Hey everybody, it's Angela Molson352 and I'm back with another process video, and this is a picture of me with a new cowboy hat that I purchased last weekend, and it's the first cowboy hat I've ever had, and so I just wanted to document that. And I've got a piece of kind of cream cardstock that I'm going to use for my base, and I'm also going to pull out some Heidi Swap die cuts, and I have 3 different die cut packs in this little, I get these little sandwich containers at the dollar store, and then I just put several collections from the same manufacturer in each one. So I'm just going through and pulling out some of the die cuts that I want to use. Some of them are clear, some of them are on white, and I'm sticking with kind of pink, gray, and black. And those are going to be my colors. And then I'm also going to use Tim Holtz rub-ons in black. So that is going to be my layout. And I'm just continuing to go through and see what will work. And I'm not really a hat person. I don't really like to wear things on my head, but being out in the field where there's no shade, in the sun all day long, I just really needed a hat, and my scalp was starting to get sunburned and my hair was, and oh, here you can see this little hitchhiker on my sleeve, and I don't notice it at first, and then I'm like, oh man, stupid bugs get in my craft room. They're like little box elder bugs or maple bugs. They're not bad, they're just annoying, they're stupid. And so anyhow, as I was saying, I needed a hat for being out in the field, and so my husband took me shopping and got me a cowboy hat so that I'd have something to keep the sun off my face, and so it's the first one I've ever had. And I'm going through, I'm picking out, I like the favorite kind of as my title, and I like the little pink flower on the bottom. So I decided to make those my 2 bigger pieces. And then I also like the little banner. I've got a little clear heart and then a bunch of arrows and little kind of starburst shapes out of the package. And then there's a little clear tab that says makes me smile. So those are kind of the die cuts that I'm going to work with. And then this is the Tim Holtz rub-on sheet. And I'm just going to pull out a bunch of little sayings and word fragments to include on here. And I'm kind of just staying from left to right of the photo for the rub-ons. And then of these numbers, I think I go ahead and use the number 7 because that was I found out what my hat size was, and there is that little hitchhiker back again at the top of the screen. Those stupid bugs, man. So I noticed him coming across, and I'm like, I guess I need to, just kill him or something, but I just want to scrap. So I flick him off and go on scrapping. And so here I found this one that says noteworthy, here and now, good times, this is the life, and just little things about saying how thankful I am to be able to be out in the field and to be able to have the money to purchase a hat. It wasn't a very expensive hat. I got it at the Wilco. They had a 20% off sale, so but it was $40 after the discount, which is still quite a bit of money. So I'm going to take care of my hat, and I'm just thankful that I was able to get it, and I think it's going to make being out in the field a little easier to deal with. And here I put a rub-on on the photo, and I shouldn't have done that. You can't really see it here, but it does make kind of you can't really read it, and it makes kind of a bad glare on there. It's not horrible or anything. I'm just going to leave it, but I think if I do that again, I thought it would do a tone on tone, but it didn't. So live and learn. And I decided to put those flowers up on pop dots just to give it a little bit of dimension. And it does have some dimension, being that some is paper, some, it has the different textures of the paper, the clear acetate, and then the rub-ons. And I use staples. I think I staple a couple things on as well. And so one of the hard things is getting that clear film off of the clear acetate pieces, trying to figure out which side it's on, and especially those little starbursts. That was pretty difficult. And I'm putting it down with a little bit of glossy accents just where the printed part is. And I'm hoping that any that kind of gooshes out the side, won't show, because it should dry clear. And if it's coated over the whole back or whatever, hopefully it'll all look the same. So I'm just trying to get the interior pieces out of that favorite. Just putting some little dots of glossy accents all around on that. And then I go ahead and put that down, and I kind of smeared it where the O touched the photo. A little bit of glue smeared there. So I'm going to use another of the clear vellum or clear acetate pieces to hide that here later. So I'm just putting this larger rub-on over there on the side. And then I'm going to put the this over it. So it kind of says this favorite, or favorite this, or heart this, however you want to read it. And so I just use my tiny attacher to staple that heart on there. So I guess it says favorite, heart this, maybe. And then I put some more glossy accents on the back of that. And I kind of position it so it hides the glue. And it's a little hard to see here on the screen because of the black background, but in person you can see it because it's all, shiny. And then I just have this little arrow that I wanted to kind of go off the edge and overlap my rub-on. And here I'm putting on some of those starburst shapes, trying to get the clear film off of them first. And I'm trying to overlap like I overlap that starburst over the good times, and to make it cohesive. Here's where I put that number 7, because I found out that was my hat size, because I had no idea. And then I'm looking at some of these other items, and I decided to put the here and now, and I had forgotten to take the white paper backing off when I started, so I'm like, why isn't this transferring? Oh yeah. So there I put the here and now, and a couple little chevrons. And I put the one note to self I put on top of the flowers, again to make it cohesive, kind of trying to attach or overlap them where I can. So I put some more arrows pointing back in toward the photo. And this is kind of where I decided to just keep the really dark rub-ons to the kind of to the left and right of the photo, trying to keep it kind of a column across that upper half of the paper. So I like that pink arrow. I wanted something to kind of come over that empty space in the photo. And I took this photo because I was out barbecuing, and I had to kind of stay around and watch the barbecue. And so I was taking selfies while I was standing outside. And I do wind up that little hexagon shape, or yay. I do wind up stapling on, just to put staples on that side of the layout to match the heart on the other side. But I don't think it shows in this video, because I went back and did my journaling and put those staples on after I stopped videoing. And here I just put a couple more little word fragments, and then I was going to splatter some ink, but then I decided against it and thought I would just go with some enamel dots since I didn't have a pink that would match, and I didn't really want to sprinkle black on there not knowing where it would land. I wanted a little more control than that. So I got some black Halloween enamel dots and sprinkled those around with the pink ones. And I think that I am done. And here's some close-ups. So it was a real simple layout, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And there's my hat. And if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. And thanks for watching. Bye.